guys, my name is Shaina. Welcome back to my channel. So today I recreated this Met Gala look. This was worn by Joan and the makeup was done by Patrick Ta. I saw this look and I was instantly obsessed. It has the classic like Patrick Ta glowy skin and then this insane graphic liner moment. And if you want to see how I achieved it, just keep on watching. Okay, so this is a Patrick Ta look, but he is very known for a nice glowy skin. So I'm starting off with the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream because we're going for that nice glowy, very dewy skin. We want to make sure that we prep our skin with a lot of hydrating and glowy products before we go in with any kind of color. Right now I'm going to go in with the Becca First Light Priming Filter. So this is a nice luminizing, is that even a word? Radiant primer. So I absolutely love the Met Gala. Every year I always watch the red carpet, wait for all the pictures of everyone's looks, and I love all the fashions and the crazy makeup and like the theatrics of it. Everyone always shows up for the Met Gala. Well, I shouldn't say everyone. Okay, so once I have that all applied to my skin, I'm going to give myself a spray of the Anastasia Dewy Set. I'm almost out of this. And that's why I'm almost out. I'm going to put some of the Anastasia Liquid Glow. This is in the shade Perla, and this is just a liquid illuminator. I'm just taking that liquid glow on my finger, and I'm going to, ooh, that was a lot. I'm gonna focus it on this area here. Patting it into my skin. In the video of this look that Patrick posted, the forehead was very, very glowy, and I love the way it looks, so I'm just kind of putting this all over. Okay, so now that we are looking very glowy, kind of like the Tin Man's daughter, I'm going to mix up my foundation. So for my foundation, I'm going to be using a little bit of a mix of the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Foundation and the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. This foundation is what I want mostly in the mixture because it is more of like a glowy foundation. So I'm just gonna add a little pump of this just for the very yellow undertones that it has to it. I'm going for a very light layer of this foundation all over my face, and then we can go back and build up. We're going to build up with a lot of cream products here, so I don't want too much product on the face. I want it to be very fresh and dewy. So this year's Met Ball theme was camp, and I know that kind of threw a lot of people for a loop there. They didn't know what the hell that meant. They thought we were going camping in the woods with our tents and our bug spray down the red carpet. But no, I was very excited when I heard that the theme was camp because I knew exactly what that meant as a lover of drag and that kind of art of like very overdone fashions and club kids, and I was so excited. I was like, if they don't bring it to the carpet this year with this theme, they're not invited anymore. They should not be invited anymore, honestly. Every year there's always a good amount of people actually that apparently have like some reading comprehension skills lacking or something, because there's always a good amount of people that show up on the red carpet in a basic ass gown, a black tux, that damn black tux. Like, I understand you're a man or whatever, but who cares? There's so many men that show the out on that carpet for people to come in a plain ass black suit. Like, that is so annoying to me. Like Jared Leto, he is one of the best dressed every year, and guess what? He's a man, but he follows a theme and he takes risks and he looks amazing. Kendall and Kylie, I was so proud of them this year. I'm proud of them, like I know them. Are like known for never ever following the theme. They really looked amazing this year. Okay, so now that I have my foundation all applied, I'm going to give myself another spray of the Dewy Set. Gaga. Oh my god, can we talk about Gaga at the Met Gala for a second? She took camp and ran with it. She said, oh, We're doing camp this year? Okay, okay. Bet. And she delivered. Just the fact that she was on the carpet, like, putting on a full performance with outfit reveals. She is Gaga for a reason. So now I'm just taking the Fenty Beauty Bamboo matchsticks and I just warmed some up on my hand while I was talking about Lady Gaga. Just dip into it on my hand. I like doing this with the matchsticks because they are kind of dry right out the tube. So I feel like when I put them right on my face, they're just not as creamy as I would like them or as they could be. So when I kind of rub it out on my hand and warm it up a little bit, it becomes super creamy and I feel like it's a lot easier to get it to like melt into your skin. Starting on my under eyes with that, just kind of pushing it in. There was a lot of really good makeup this year too. Obviously the one that I'm recreating right now, Joan Smalls, was amazing, beautiful, stunning. Had to put it on my face immediately. I also really loved Cara Delevingne. Hers was very, very simple, but I loved it. Like, something about it just really spoke to me. Lucy Boynton, I don't know who that is, but her makeup was stunning. Like, her look in general, it was beautiful. I wouldn't call it camp, but it was absolutely gorgeous. Who else looked really good? Gigi Hadid. Gigi Hadid was one of my favorites of the night, and I did not expect that going in, let me tell you. Her outfit was so cool, but those white eyelashes, oh my god, I saw that and I was like, oh, I need to do that, but I have no idea how. Like, what the fuck would I glue to my eyeballs to get that? Some printer paper. Now I'm going to start working on the contour part. So I'm going to start with the KKW Beauty cream contour stick. This is in medium and I'm using the medium 2 side, so the one that's a little bit darker. It has a very nice texture. It's super creamy. I've actually, for like my everyday, have been doing no foundation, just the matchsticks and this, and it looks so freaking good and fresh and glow. So after I lay down the contour, I like to go back over it with my foundation brush. No new product or anything, just kind of tapping around the edges, making sure everything is super blended, nothing is harsh at all. Let's talk about who disappointed at the Met Gala this year. There's a lot of them. RuPaul showed up to the Met Gala theme camp. He came out of drag in a suit. Granted, it was like a very vibrant, colorful zebra print suit with like a zebra down his sleeve. You are RuPaul. You live and breathe camp. Your drag is breathtakingly beautiful. You would have stolen the goddamn show. And you show up in a suit? Frank Ocean? I think he was trying to channel like the irony aspect of camp. I mean, I guess. Sure. But like, I just know he's capable of more. Kanye West, same thing. He wore like a black pullover, but his was no irony to be found. Like, that's just what he wore. And Kim looked amazing. Kim looked so good. When I first saw them, I didn't realize the details that Kim had on her dress. I was like, ugh, this looks boring. She's wearing the same silhouette as always, it's in a different color. But then I saw all the pictures and the details on her dress were so stunning. I feel like I have the hardest nose in the world to contour. I'm gonna add a little bit of that liquid glow we used before, like a little bit. I'm gonna add that on top of what we just did. I'm like blotting it all off because I'm using my finger again, so it tapped into the product and then I'm tapping on my hand to get just a little bit on my finger, and I'm gonna kind of keep it in this like C area here. Just tapping over the edges because I just always want to make sure everything is nice and soft on my face. For blush, I'm going to use this Anastasia matte lipstick actually, and this is in the shade Petal. I've really been liking this as a blush lately. Like a nice like pink berry kind of thing, but once you put it on, it goes so nicely. I'm going to not start on the apples of the cheeks, kind of like a little back, almost like more on the cheekbone. bring it up and then kind of bring it back down to the cheeks. Before I actually go ahead and set certain areas, I'm actually going to go in with my powder highlight first. So I'm using my usual, my fave, Anastasia Amrezi and an 823. I'm not going to go in with too big of like swirling motions. I want to do more of like a very light touch. We are going on unset creams, so if we go in with like a big swirl or rub, it might disturb some of those products we have under. And I'm going to go forehead, above the brows, in between the eyebrows, that glowy forehead moment, a little bit on the tip of the nose, and then a little bit on the chin. I'm just going to make sure that we have blended all these beautiful under eye lines out so there's no creasing, and then going right in with the powder, pressing it in. I feel like powdering this area really makes a huge difference in the face. I feel like this is when the face starts like coming together. And I'm using the RCMA no color powder, just like I always do. And I'm going to set my nose because my nose can get pretty oily. I'm going to set my chin because same thing. I'm going to give another spray with the Dewy Set. Now I'm going to move on to the brows. So the brows he did for this look were very light. They were almost like a bleached brow kind of moment. And I'm going to take my Anastasia Brow Powder Duo, and this is in the shade Medium Brown. I'm going to be taking the lighter side. Clearly I usually dip into the darker side, but today I'm going to stick to the light side here. And I'm going to first go over any areas on the top that need a little bit of a fill-in. And I'm just gonna brush it out so it doesn't look harsh. So now I'm going to actually use the soap brows technique. When I want a really good hold, I want my brows to be really sticking up, soap brows is definitely the way to go. So I'm just gonna get this little bar of soap. This is actually just like a hotel bar of soap. I'm just gonna get it a little bit wet, and I'm rubbing this little spoolie brush right on the soap so it kind of suds up onto the spoolie. So I have some soap on this brush here, and I'm just going to brush that through my brows and make sure all of my hairs are sticking up. Now I'm going to take just a clean spoolie and brush through with that just to make sure that I don't have like too much soap in there, because it can start to build up and look a little icky. Just moving the hairs until I have a shape that I like on the top. So now I'm going back in with that same light side of the powder, and I'm going to start defining the bottom of my brow now. Okay, now that I've created kind of like a basic shape on the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and clean it up with that same matchsticks we were using before. And this flat brush, this is a Morphe S4. I really love this brush for cleaning out my brows because it has just a perfect curve for getting like the arch. So I'm just going to clean it up and define it a lot more with this concealer. Alright, so now that I've cleaned it up and I'm pretty happy with the shape right now, I'm actually going to lighten it up a little bit more. I'm going to use the Anastasia Dip Brow Gel. This is in the shade Blonde, so I'm hoping this is going to lighten up my brows. Alright, so I just wiped off a lot of the excess product off of the little brush tip, and I'm just going to lightly run it through my brows. Alright, I'm just going to keep kind of fine-tuning this shape a little bit with pretty much the same process that I've already shown you. I'm going to match the other eyebrow. This could take a while because I take forever on my regular eyebrows, so I will come back to you when that's all done. I took a little bit of that matchsticks I was using, the bamboo, on the spoolie, and I'm going to brush that a little bit through my brows and see. Oh! I'm happy with this. Now we're gonna move on to the eyes. So I did notice that it looks like he had a little bit of like a bronze shimmer situation on the lid underneath the liner going on. The Sun Dipped Glow Kit, I'm going to use bronzed, and I'm just going to blend that kind of literally all over my lid. And I'm also going to take a little bit on the lower lash line. And I'm also going to hit the brow bone and inner corners with the same Resi highlighter I used before. Okay, now the moment of truth. It's time for this graphic liner moment. So for this, I'm going to use my BH Studio waterproof gel liner in Onyx. This is just a black gel liner. So it starts from under the eye over here, comes out, and then back in over the crease. Go from the corner of that line and bring it over the crease in. Okay, so now it comes in here a little bit, so I'm going to start filling it in on the end. It's more rounded on the inside. So from here it kind of just tapers in the crease and gets really thin over here, so I'm just gonna fill this line in. So it comes in on the inside of the eye here, and then it kind of bounces back up. So we're gonna attempt to do that little flick now. Graphic liner is so stressful. Why did I choose this? Okay, so now that I've got the general shape of this part down, I'm just gonna keep going back over it, make sure it's really sharp and dark. Alright, so I think I'm pretty happy with the shape of this that I have. So there is one last little line that kind of comes down here and then flicks out. So the thickest part of this last line sits right in like the nook of this wing and then flicks out and comes and tapers back in. I'm going to first just kind of follow this wing here. Alright, I'm going to take the brush that I used to clean up my brows. I'm not putting any new product on it, but I'm just going to run over the edge of this here. Okay, I'm actually pretty happy with this shape, so I'm going to try to do it again on this side, and I'll be right back. So I'm going to add a little more definition around the eyes with this brown pencil. This is actually a lip liner from NYX. It's Nutmeg, and I'm going to put that right by my lash line. So I'm just running this right above my lash line, my lid. And then I'm just going to take this artist brush and buff out the edge. And do the same thing on the bottom. And I'm going to put it in my waterline. And now I'm going to take a black pencil and put this up in my tight line on the top. And I'm going to really work it into my lash line from the bottom. I'm gonna put it a little bit just on the edge of my eye on the top. And I'm gonna blend that as well. And I'm actually gonna run a little bit of the black over the brown in our waterline. But I don't want it to be too black, if that makes sense. Alright, now that that's done, time to add the glitter. I am equally excited and nervous for this part. Okay, so for adding the glitter, I actually grabbed this thin little paintbrush. I use this for like detail work sometimes. I feel like this is gonna give us a lot more precision and control for this. And I'm going to be using the Anastasia glitter glue and the BH glitter in black. I'm just gonna put a little dab of glue on the back of my hand, and I'm going to take that glue on my little paintbrush, and I'm gonna start working in sections over here. So I'm gonna fill in this part of the wing with glue first. Okay, and I'm gonna dip the same brush into the glitter and press it in. I'm just going to keep following the black lines until I have it all filled with glitter. Okay, so I have all of the glitter laid down, but it did get a little messy in some parts, so I'm going to take this mechanical pencil. I was going to go get a toothpick, but then I saw this sitting right in front of me. And it's the kind that has like the little metal point before the lead comes out, so I'm not actually using lead on my eye, just like the little middle part. And I'm just gonna go around and kind of pick off any glitter that I don't want to be there and clean it up. Alright guys, glitter is now on both eyes. This look is taking forever, but we're almost there. So now I'm just going to add some mascara. So I'm taking my Fave Benefit Roller Lash. I'm just gonna put a light coat of this on, and on the bottom lashes of course as well. Okay, for lashes, I feel like Patrick pretty much sticks to not very long or dramatic lashes, so I think I'm gonna go with these lashes here. These are from Icona Lashes. They're in the style Queen of Hearts. Okay, so lashes are on. Alright, so now it is time to add a lip and finish this thing off. Patrick just did a simple nude lip, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna throw on some of my favorite nude lip products. So I'm gonna start with Subculture Lip Liner from MAC. And then around the edges on top of that, I'm just gonna go in with Strip Down, also from MAC. Now, I think to keep everything a little cohesive with the face, I'm going to use the lipstick that I used for my blush earlier, Petal, and put some of that on my lips. And then just for a little more dimension, I'm going to stick Peach Stock right in the center. Alright, I'm going to give my face one last spray of this. And with that, I believe we are done here. I think it came out pretty cool. It was definitely harder than expected, I'm not gonna lie. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up for me. Also be sure to subscribe down below. Like I said, I am trying to be a lot more consistent on this channel, and I do have more content coming, I promise. So if you enjoyed, be sure to subscribe. If you also want to keep up with all of the looks and things that I post not on YouTube, go ahead and check out my Instagram and my Twitter account. You can follow me on both of those platforms with this handle right here. Alright, that's all I have to say for now, so until next time, bye!